Good morning, IHSA football family. It is time now for the big 1000th video on YouTube. It's been a crazy journey. 1000 videos. I know it's not going to say 1,000, but I deleted a couple videos before. One was just absolutely cringe. The second one was horrible. Just talk about back in the day, 2016, going off of a laptop webcam that wasn't even my own laptop. Just crazy of how the technology improved in the past videos. Literally, I had nothing. All I had was a flip phone. Now I got a smartphone. It's just crazy, and it's all because of you guys. Honestly, your guys' support, your donations, your tips, everything is because of you guys. And I thank you for watching my videos. I thank you for the lovely comments. I thank you for the negative comments. I thank everyone. You guys deserve just a round of applause for what you guys have done and what you guys have meant, especially as my audience and that. But thank you guys. 1,000 YouTube videos. Some were good, some were bad, some were really bad. Some were cringe, and some were like, what the hell was I thinking? But 1,000 YouTube videos, I had no idea it was going to be that level. I remember after doing my first two or three videos, it's like, this ain't gonna last long. And I was urged to do YouTube videos, urged to do it because people realized that my typing absolutely sucked. And I was like, oh, I don't know, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be really, really, really bad. It's gonna be horrible. I'm having a horrible time. I saw my first two videos. I was looking up at the wall like this. I really didn't know how to talk. Anxiety issues. It was bad, but now it's a lot better. A lot better, as you guys can tell. So I'm going to do two things. Read questions that I've asked and you guys have sent me via email, DM. I also had to go on Instagram Live too. Big shout out to Instagram Live. So I was sent about 63, 64 questions. That got down to about 30 because they were about the same question as well, and some I couldn't even ask. But I'm going to answer them. And then there's a watch along. Now, I apologize. I'm horrible at technology. I was going to try to get the video where I could watch along with the video so you guys could see the same video, but I just give you guys the link. And the watch along is in the second part. But again, like I said, thank you guys. And I want to thank some special people too. Matt Bowen, Edgy Tim, Smoothing Sports, they're not there anymore. They helped out a lot. Bowen, he was the first one that did interviews with me on Twitter. Big shout to him. Shout to all the high school coaches. Shout to the panel of coaches at Deep Dish Football. Shout out to all the kids, the recruits, all the parents. It's been a fun time. But this is just my 1,000th video. And again, yes, this is my last year as publisher, but you guys are going to love the next publisher that's going to come out in December, January for 2022, 2023. He's going to be good. But that's a long time from now. Let's have a good year. Getting ready for high school football and camp football as well. So it should be a lot of fun. But again, you guys made Deep Dish Football. You guys made me. And trust me, without you guys, Deep Dish Football would be nothing. Honestly. Thank you guys so much. And hit the music. Hit some of the little promo slides. And have some fun. And enjoy. All right. Good afternoon, IHSA football family. It is this part, and this is the first part, and the second part is the watch along. After this is the 1,000th YouTube video special questions from you, the viewers, the listeners, the watchers, the whole shebang. And these are actually some good questions, some the same questions I always get. The pizza question is always the big one. Or pizza question, or who did I coach for before? or am I related to someone or somebody else? And that's but they always ask me, and they put the coach's name or the player's name, and I say no, I'm not related to them, and they're completely shocked. But yeah, so here we go. All right, this is the big thing. Where are you from right now? Right now, my name, by the way, is Peter Limer, aka Coach Big Pete. I currently live in Westmont. Originally from Forest Park, moved from Forest Park to Westmont, Illinois. Went to Westmont High School, went to College DuPage, played football at College DuPage for 2 weeks until I fucked up my knee at the spring training. After that, before I really didn't think about getting into high school football, after I played high school football at Westmont, really didn't think anything of it. Honestly, didn't think anything of it. Then I will go later into the questions, and then we'll tell what people have always asked, and that was from Kelly Perzinga of Bolingbrook, and she asked another question. You ask a lot of the recruits on your interviews, what does football mean to you? And we want to know, what does football mean to you, Coach Big Pete? Football to me is one of the best sports in the country. It is an ultimate team sport. It is a sport that relies on 11 different guys with 11 different attitudes. To me, football means so much to me. Football is my history. Football is my love. That's my only love. I don't like baseball. I don't care for basketball or hockey. Football is my sport. I love football. I have no second loves or anything like that. Football is my passion. I loved recruiting. When my brother started to get recruited in high school, I would collect some of his recruiting letters because I was just amazed. I was immersed with the logos, the feel of the letters, the different textures of trying to get a recruit to your school. I was just immersed with it, and I love football. I've always loved football. I've dressed as 6 times as a football player for Halloween. I got teased for it because I love football so much. Football is my passion. Recruiting is my passion. And I'm not joking, well, recruiting, I love to talk about recruiting. I love how coaches have to find a way to get a kid to come to their school, and how the attraction factor, whether it be graphics, whether it be the mascot, whether it be the town, the school, the major, what they want to major in. It's just all so interesting to me. It's just so interesting to me. And just the history of the game. I love the fucking history of the game. Big fan of George Hallis. One of my favorite coaches in the country is Eddie Robinson from Grambling State. I consider him one of the best of what he did with that program, especially during Jim Crow. He is, I consider, a top dog. One of my favorite coaches. George Hallis, one of mine. I love Lovie Smith. I thought a lot of people gave Lovie Smith a bad rap, but that's just some of the things. And yeah, so that's what football means to me. Football means to me, again, it's just a smash mouth game. You gotta love it. It's a game that's not for the weak. It's not a game for baseball lovers. It's not a game for basketball lovers. Football is football. And I see a lot of fake football fans, especially writers that are actual baseball fans that try to put in that baseball those type of scouting terms, and it just pisses me off. Like, stick to your own game, buddy. So yeah, I am a football purist, no doubt about that. And I'm a little bit of a hothead too. Best game you ever covered, Greg Tolley, Lockport. The best game I ever covered was 2016 Bolingbrook versus Homewood Flossmoor. That was a hell of a game. Bolingbrook versus Bradley Bourbonnais. Bradley Bourbonnais won by a field goal in overtime. That was just an amazing game. That honestly was an awesome game. And just those fans of Bradley Bourbonnais are awesome. Least favorite fandom, Rob Larson out of Lyle. I don't really have a least favorite fandom. I've gotten shit from numerous fandoms. I think some of the Chicago Catholic League, they go a little bit too far, and they're baseball fans too. It's like, you don't even care about football; you just care about your alma mater. And They can be a little bit wild. There's a couple schools in DuPage in my area where you got to tell fans, slow down, because they think that they're going to get some college football tickets or some NFL tickets because one of their alma mater players got drafted. So you just want to tell them to slow down in that. Then they don't understand football scouting. They don't even understand the sport. It's just someone to cling on to someone that's going to be famous or try to be famous, which is never the case for kids. So you have to tell them to literally slow down, take it easy. The main thing too is people don't understand is that this is a sport where high school kids are to have fun. That's all it is. And you have people that really think that it's the NFL, which is not. How come you don't like Edgy Tim, Andy Chrysalis of Chicago? I got no problem with Edgy now. I mean, 2016 he was taking pot shots at me. I think he got angry because I was fucking with his money. But the truth was it had to be done. I think there were a lot of things in the past that you called yourself a football expert in it when you never played the game, you never coached the game, you never scouted. You're just an overhyped message board moderator that that made a website to have trolls from message boards and forums who I absolutely hate. But Edgy Tim as a person is a great guy. He's a great guy. Just finished the thing with him at College DuPage, his showcase. He did a wonderful job. And he's starting to get more realistic. He's changing how he's covering kids. He's starting to cover more kids that don't have Division I offers, and that's what he should have been doing before. But he's changing his coverage for the better, and I'm happy about that. And he stopped using the words expert, even though some other people call him expert and guru, and he really is not. He's just a guy, and like I said, there's no such thing as a football expert or guru. Football is a lifelong learning journey. And Edgy's a good guy now. He's a good guy. He'll probably say some bad shit about me, but what are you gonna do? It's literally a little go together, but it's mostly fun and games now. And again, he's a nice guy, and he's a hell of a journalist. I guarantee you, he's a hell of a journalist. I wish he would have gone back to newspapers too, because he did a good job. What college coaches do you hate? This is from Anonymous. I honestly, the college coaches I don't like are the bullshitters. I hate bullshitting college coaches, and I really do not like the camera clinging college coaches. I don't like them. I hate them. I loathe them. I've talked to them. I went out to dinner with them. I've been invited when they've come into Chicago. You can tell who the bullshitters are. You can tell who the real people are. There's some of them, and then is there a question of who college coaches that I like? If there's not, I'll go into that later. What is your favorite high school to visit? Maria out of Berwyn, Illinois. My favorite high school to visits are Bradley Bourbonnais. I really like visiting that high school. Coach Cole, he does a wonderful job. Batavia High School, Coach Pyron, he does a wonderful job. He works wonders. My old alma mater, Westmont High School. Kankakee High School. That Kankakee Bradley Bourbonnais area, I love all those coaches. They just do a wonderful job. Stevenson High School, I really loved. St. Charles North is also another good high school that I like to visit. Lockport, awesome as well. I like schools that have good, strong fandoms and towns that get behind their schools. And I love small school football. I love visiting small schools. I went to Dakota up north at the NUIC, which was unbelievably awesome. I love Dakota. Coach Free, who's not coaching there anymore, he left, but he's a hell of a coach. I loved going to Dakota. That was a fun time. Freeport as well. Rochester, that's another great school. Didn't go there for practice, but went for a camp. Jacksonville High School. I like the natural grass field. I'm a huge fan of natural grass fields. Clifton Central, that's a good school as well. That's about it with that. What is the worst thing about covering football? Vincent Costanzo of Cicero. The worst thing about covering high school football. The rumors. The rumors. I hate the rumors so much. I loathe the rumors. I loathe all that BS. Because that's what it is. All it is BS. And most of it's not true. And I only had one person that sent me an email and then sent me about 5 or 6 emails that told me the complete truth, and that was an insider that was in the Illinois Health Department that was talking to me about COVID starting in February. And I don't know who it is, he or she, but they were right on it, and they told me everything that was correct. But you get your information from a message board and forums, which are absolutely shit. And like I said, we had a little fun with those people because we came out when I was on the panel. We talked to 3 people that were big in the message board community. We were able to identify them, and we gave them each a rumor, and we saw how it spread. And that was at the Glacier Clinics in 2015, and that was pretty funny because you saw it on the message boards and forums, and you said, "You dumbasses," but it is what it is. These people, I mean, they take it too seriously. The people that take high school football too seriously are the ones that are killing it and they're ruining it. And I think the parents are just there's some good parents, but the other parents are just a pain in the ass because the parents think it's NFL money, and that pisses me off as well. Where did you work? Westmont High School. How was it to work under the legend Otto Zeman from Anonymous? It was fun to learn about the run shoot offense, learn about how many connections he has in the state of Illinois, and what he was responsible for the state of Illinois and how he changed the game was unbelievable. And he's a Hall of Fame coach, and he killed it when he was the head coach at Riverside Brookfield. Was surprised he took the coaching job at Westmont. My boy, Coach Sybil, one of my best friends, was the one that got me interested in coaching, and I wanted nothing to do with high school football. Honestly, nothing to do with high school football. But my friend, Coach Rick Civil, who's still at Westmont, big shout to Coach Rick Civil, he was the one that got me back into Illinois high school football, and he was like, they need a coach. So, but Otto's Otto. He's a great guy. He's one of the history-making coaches in the state of Illinois. That's why he's called the father of the 5 wide. He has helped out so many offenses. He's pissed off a lot of fans. I know Nazareth fans don't like him. My brother's a Nazareth graduate, and they absolutely love Otto. But you gotta love it. And has he won a state title? No, he still does not have a state title. But you cannot deny the fact that the guy has been legendary for Illinois high school football. Mr. Otto Zeman, and I thank him for giving me my first job in high school football as offensive and defensive line coach on the JV level, and then giving me the JV job, which I did not want. But it was fun. It was fun, and I always get the question: are you going to coach again? No, I am completely done coaching high school football. I would, if I were to coach, I would be arrested for choking a parent, most likely, because parents are just absolutely horrible now, honestly. And it's not the kids that are ruining the game, it's the adults that are ruining the game, to be honest with you. How do you think the Bears will do? They always ask me the Bears questions because I used to have the Bears flags in the back. I think the Bears are going to have a tough year, but I see so many good things that they're doing. They're doing just a great job, especially with the offensive line and what they're doing to save money for the cap for next year for 2023. I'm sorry, but they're doing a wonderful job, and it's going to take time. And honestly, it's going to take time, and that's all we as Bears fans, we must be patient with this program. Just hearing stories about Nagy now, and just what's coming out about him and Trubisky and all that other stuff. I was a huge fan of Nagy. I was like, God, what the hell? I thought Phil Emery was the worst hire for the Bears. I'm starting to think Matthew Nagy was. What was the? Oh, this is a good one. What was the worst video you made, Rick from Riverside? The worst video that I ever made on YouTube. Oh, there's got to be so many. Oh, there honestly is many. South Dakota one was bad. The South Dakota one, going for the questionnaire was one. My very first video, oh, that was horrible. Like literally, I was having panic attacks. That's how bad I was. I was literally looking up in the sky. Some of the worst videos are just the ones that you have to crank out fast. Those were some of my worst. My best video was the interview with all the coaches that I did on YouTube on how they handle the recruiting process. That was one of my best, but I did a lot of crappy videos. A lot of videos where I was like, that's really cringe. And there's actually a lot. I'm sorry. Like, I just, I can't watch my videos, honestly. I literally cannot watch my videos. Seriously, people think, oh, well, he's on the social media, he's got the videos and that. He's very prideful and he loves seeing himself on camera. No, no, I do not. And just some are like, I can't watch it. Can't do it. So I like watching other people's videos. I just can't watch my videos, honestly. The only video that I can watch are ones that I think that I did a really, really good job on, and it's not that many, honestly. It's not that many. Like the ones that I go on a full rant on, I can't watch. I seriously can't watch. So, yeah, it's actually pretty bad. What are your feelings? Oh, why have your this is actually a nice little question because people have asked me, why have your feelings changed against Prep Red Zone? My feelings have not changed against Prep Red Zone. The writers, I absolutely love Darnell Clay. Big shout out to Darnell Clay. Big shout out to Ryan Bennett. They got a new writer too, a new guy up north in Chicagoland area. He's a nice guy too, out of Minnesota. The guy that does Wisconsin and Minnesota, he does a wonderful job too. Prep Red Zone, the company, and a big shout out to Jacob and Matt Lemming. They're awesome as well. Can't forget about those guys. The Prep Red Zone, the company, is just it's garbage. Honestly, I gave them my recommendations. I put them on my website, people to check out. It's been a little bit disappointing. I mean, you got one writer that's just like literally copying and pasting articles, and he's doing it, and he's just selling his article just so he can get subscription fees, and that's what pisses me off about it. All the rest of the writers, I absolutely love. Darnell Clay's a hell of a writer. Jacob Lemming, hell of a writer. Matt Lemming, great guy as well. It's just the company, they screw the pooch when they should have given a full job to Clint Cosgrove, and Clint Cosgrove went to Rivals. He's the future, Clint Cosgrove. They fucked up. Prep Red Zone. They fucked up. And just some of the things right now, they're fucking up even more. So I'm a little bit disappointed because I thought I had a lot of faith in this company. And I feel angry that I recommended them to a lot of people. Because the ownership, it thinks it's like what they do with the prep hoops, their own, because they start with basketball. They think that they can do the transition to the football game. It doesn't work that way. You can't do it that way. But the writers I like, one writer I really don't like, he's the head scout of Illinois because literally his shit is the same over and over. It's cut, copy. He's making money and he's trying to get to the NFL as well. And I don't like using kids as step stools to get to the NFL, and I think it's bullshit. Sorry, that's just my feeling. But Prep Red Zone, all they got to do with that ownership is got to realize this is not basketball. This is prep football. Sorry for cursing. I actually had a question. I took it up. I'm going to put in, why do I curse so much? Because literally, I am not a broadcaster. I'm not a professional broadcaster, and I am an absolute idiot when it comes to swearing, and I apologize. Who are your 5 underlooked recruits in the state of Illinois? Number 1, Eddie Verdoliak out of St. Rita. He is a player's player. He's a coach's player. He plays his butts off, athlete, offensive and defensive side. He just does everything else. Second, he just got his 4th offer, Division I offer, but I consider him a national recruit. Andre Cruz out of Simeon. Third, Cameron Ashley out of Simeon, wide receiver. People need to know about him. People need to offer this kid more. Cameron Ashley out of Simeon is going to be that kid. Yes, he plays with Malik Easley on the other side, but Cameron Ashley is another one. Aiden Lennon, Antioch, athlete. Kid that you must know. 5th, he's already got 2 Division I offers, if I'm not mistaken, but Chris Farrell, offensive tackle out of Lisle. The kid is an absolute beast. He's a mauler, and yes, he plays for a small school now, but he's getting the job done. Monte Ball out of Schurz High School, quarterback, is another kid you need, 6'4", out of Schurz High School in the CPS, but a kid that you must know. And Glenbard West, Joey Pope, don't forget that name. Don't forget that name. Joey Pope out of Glenbard West, because he will make you remember. I got a question from my boy Nick Strick of St. Rita. Well, how do you like the new Catholic conference? I talked about it on Instagram, but I think it's a big positive for Marion Central Catholic. I think Marion Central Catholic needs this conference, and I think they're going to do good. They're for Aurora Christian, St. Ed's, a bunch of all small little Catholic schools as well. Why are you leaving deep dish football? This always comes up. Like, this is the question every week. One, it's my time to go. Two, I am a horrible broadcaster. I'm horrible with grammar. I think someone that's professionally knows how to do it would be a lot better. Three, I set out what I wanted to do. Four, I stayed here too longer, and I actually ended up hurting some recruits because I mentioned a couple few places, and it turned out to be complete disappointments, and I take some of the blame for it. And five, no one listens anymore. Honestly, no one's gonna listen. No one cares. It's football will be, and this is another question I got. What's the future of Illinois high school football? Illinois high school will be private. It will be privatized. It's just too much money. And parents just absolutely are just killing it right now. And parents are just, well, I'm going to take my kid out of here. I'm going to transfer here and there. IHSA is going to wipe their hands clean. And it's going to happen in 10 years. That's my personal feeling. It's going to be like hockey. It's going to be privatized club football, as you say. I think we just got to a point, and football popularity-wise is going down. I mean, people are complaining about concussion, CTE, and the culture today. Football is not that popular of a sport for this culture today that we have. And again, football demands discipline. It demands a certain type of all working parts have to work together. And in the culture today, with society today, it's just going to keep going down. Is it going to suck? Yes. And I say this again. I think adults ruined high school football because it's high school football. It's about the fucking kids. Every time I do this, every time I say this, people really do not understand. They make it about themselves. Illinois high school football is about the kids, and that's one of the other reasons why I'm leaving too. It's about the kids. It was never about me. It was never about the writers or any of that BS. Illinois high school, all high school football, it should be about the kids. Who? Oh, this is actually a good question. I like this one. From Scott Pierce of Lions. Who wins in a cage fight between Clint Cosgrove and Jacob Lemming? That's a good question. I'm going to go with my boy, Clint Cosgrove. He'll power bomb Jacob Lemming onto the trash can, give him the five knuckle shuffle, and we would have Clint Cosgrove as the winner. Now, would Jacob Lemming pull some dirty stuff with a little bit of a spray mist and or a DDT Clint Cosgrove onto the floor? It might happen, but I got my boy Clint Cosgrove over Jacob Lemming and basically into a cage fight. So yeah, definitely Clint Cosgrove. Do you have any high school coaches that you hate? Tommy Briscoe out of Antioch. Yeah, I got some high school coaches. Very small group. They just don't like me because they have yet to meet me, or they've been told rumors about me, which are mostly not true. And I've had comments from high school coaches, oh, I thought you were this, and I thought you were about this. No, I'm not about that, and I'm not about that. And again, it's a double-edged sword, especially when your head coach, the guy that Boston hired you, is Otto Zeman, because some people don't like Otto either, because he threw the ball against him too much. What's up with you and pumpkin spice? Anonymous. I love pumpkin spice coffee. It's a joke. It's a running joke when I coach at Westmont. I love pumpkin spice. I drink pumpkin spice coffee, donuts, and everything else. I have an unhealthy obsession with pumpkin spice. I need help. And I'm not going to lie, the pumpkin flavor is my favorite flavor. It is one of my favorite flavors. I am a little bit of a pumpkin whore. I'm not going to lie. I apologize, but I am a pumpkin whore. No doubt about that. Best video you felt that you made. Dan from Hinsdale. With the coaches, that was one of my best videos. The one about the recruiting process. A lot of interviews I did with the kids were awesome. Awesome interviews with the kids. Jacksonville, Elijah Owens, he was awesome. Connor Dennis out of Boylan Catholic, he was a great kid to talk to. Chris Farrell out of Lyle, it was awesome. Cassius Callahan was one of my favorite interviews from Warren Township because he had fun. He had fun in his interview. What are copy and paste articles? Zion from Zion from Lamont. Copy or paste articles are just basically copying and pasting articles from last year to this year to last year to this year, using the same phrases and that. That's why I make fun of copy and paste articles, like copy and paste. Also, copy and paste team free previews. You make the coach fill out a team preview sheet. You take that information and you paste it. You're basically having the high school coach do your work for you as a writer. That's what I make fun of. I'm sorry, Edgy. You know it's true. Who's the best coach right now in the IHSA? The best coach in the IHSA right now is and will always be till he retires. Derek Leonard. Derek Leonard attacks the game with a sense of common sense. He uses the thing, and he probably doesn't even know it, but he uses KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. A lot of people think Derek Leonard is very complex in it, and he's not. He actually listens to his kids. He's great with practices. He doesn't practice his kids for a long time. He just uses common sense. And a lot of high school coaches don't use common sense. They want to be the next Nick Saban. They want to be the next Bill Belichick. Derek Leonard wants to be the next Derek Leonard. He approaches the game with a common sense attitude. He hires great coaches. He hires a great offensive line coach in Coach Nelly, great defensive coordinator in Coach Bucher. He has a great relationship with his kids. His kids want to play for him. He is not a stubborn old stereotypical high school football coach. Derek Leonard's the man, and he is kind. He has a great heart. He is just an awesome dude. He is a dude that we should put on the pedestal and say, if we have a role model for Illinois high school football coaches, they need to be Derek Leonard. And I'm not just talking about winning. He wins on the field, but he wins off the field. He does the right things in the offseason. He does the right things when he's in his office and when he's working for the Rochester school. He does everything correct. That's one thing about Derek, and that a lot of people don't understand. That's why he's won. That's why he is the best coach, and he will go down as the best coach in history in the state of Illinois. And I'm going to piss off a lot of Chicago Catholic coaches. You are wrong. I hate you, Coach Big Pete. You're wrong. You suck. You're fake. Great. But you see, there's one thing that Derek doesn't do. He really doesn't recruit. Oh. Then I'm going to piss off a lot of Catholic schools about that. I'm sorry. Not recruit. Help kids find a better situation for education. I'm going to piss off a lot of people. Favorite pizza, this is always asked me. More Buffaloon of Morris. Favorite pizza is not deep dish pizza. I'm sorry, I apologize, but my favorite thing is usually good old-fashioned thin crust pizza, pub style, Chicago style, pub style, sausage, green pepper, and onion. The Moral 3. That's my favorite pizza. Not a really big pepperoni fan, or I could go for a good vegan pizza as well. Yes, I know my size doesn't suggest I like vegan, but it really is good. And also a well-seasoned pizza too. I am not a big fan of just bland crap. And I don't like the sweet sauce. I want a nice spice coming from that sauce as well, and good cheese. And St. Louis style pizza is not pizza. That's crap. Take your Provolone cheese and go stick it. I get this one again. Stephen New out of Woodstock. Who was on the panel? What coaches were on the panel? And could you give the names and schools that they coached? Yes. Here's one. GFY, and it's a go fuck yourself. And again, everyone asked that question, and there's a reason why, because they don't want to get the retribution factor. And there's been coaches literally that have been scared of that whole factor with that panel. Those panel coaches, they were scared because literally you had certain riders that were angry. You're taking away our money. Well, the reason why we're taking away your money is because you're not doing your job. And when you don't do your job, we'll do your job for you. That's what happens. But again, the panel's gone. The panel's been gone for about 3-4 years now. And they did the rankings, which are absolutely funny because I didn't think how popular it was going to be until Publisher 4 sent me an email and said, we got a lot of retweets. And I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, how's that possible? And I knew nothing about social media till one of my four kids that I coached, Keith Doyle, Quentin Brown, Ashley, taught me about Twitter. They taught me about Twitter. I didn't even know what the hell Twitter was. I heard about it, but really didn't know what the Twitter was about. But yeah, people always want to know who the panel was and all this other stuff, and which is the funny part because they all think it was either me, Otto. They thought that the panel also was Derek Leonard. They thought the panel was Ken Leonard. They thought the panel was Frank Leddy. They thought the panel was Dan Sharp. They thought the panel was the former Chicago Tribune writer. What's his name? He's at UIC. He's a professor at UIC. They thought it was him too. And it was funny. It really, really was funny. But again, the big thing is that we found out how the rumors work in high school football and where the information was going to and how they were getting it. And it was funny. Most of it was BS and lies. And we got to the bottom of it. And I guarantee you, new publisher, when Publisher 7 is announced, hopefully by September, October, you guys will be impressed. You guys will like him. And I think he is going to be special. I think he honestly is going to be special. And he's going to be a lot better than me in grammar, pronunciation, and what's the word? All the other things. So you guys will like him. Where did you coach? I coached at Westmont, Charles Lipschick out of Chicago. What goes in your thinking process for articles? Used to be a lot a couple of years back, not gonna lie. Not anymore. Just interviews, articles. Go back to the old articles that I've done in the past, like quarterbacks and who's your star player, who are the risers, talking to college coaches, those type of articles. The articles that are really tough are the ones that I gotta do scouting for. The ones that I do, the big thinking ones were the ones where there was social commentary. Those are the big ones. I had some failed ones too, but yeah, that's about the thinking process goes into articles. What happened to the quarterback training service beef? Colin out of Springfield, Illinois. That was a good beef too, and I had the video. I deleted that video as well. Quarterback training services. Oh my god, they're good. All of them are good. Please don't hurt me. Please do not hurt me. Quarterback training services. Favorite region of Illinois. I like the Central Illinois. I love Southern Illinois. I love Central Illinois. I love Southern Illinois. For one of the main reasons is I love their media. They are responsible media members. They know how to publish articles, and it's about the kids. Chris Durr out of Quincy is awesome. He's an awesome guy. Channel 1450 up north. It's a little bit of a blog, but NUIC Fanatics, Kyle Kemper, he does a wonderful job. Him and his wife, Kari. But I'm a little bit angry with some of the writers. I think that's the next question. Favorite writer, I said Chris Durr. Favorite college coach, Ron Burden from Miami of Ohio. He's my dude. Kurt Mallory, Indiana State, is one of my favorite college coaches as well. He just brings energy. And he's very smile. Nick Davis, offensive coordinator from Eastern Illinois. He just got back to Illinois. I'm happy for him. Coach Lund out of Roosevelt University. He's awesome as well. Coach out of Eureka. Coach out of the North Central. Begins with a B. I forgot his name. Illinois Wesleyan's coach. University of Illinois Coach Bielema is an awesome dude as well. Minnesota coach Callahan, Brian Callahan, is awesome. Iowa coaches, I love all the Iowa coaches. I love Iowa football because they recruit in a smart way. They do not overinvest, and um, they tell the truth. That's what I like about the Iowa football. Who will win the CCL? Why do you guys do this? Loyola Academy. I'm going to give it to Loyola Academy. I think St. Rita and Montini as well. I think Montini's going to win. Hopefully I didn't get that wrong. Best quarterback for 2024, 2023, 2023, 2024. Trenton Z, about a matter day. 2023, Aiden Gray. Monte Ball, the guy from Schurz that I talked about before. Jet Hilding out of St. Rita. Kid out of Harlem. Finger is his name, if I'm not mistaken. We'll see who Rochester has. They're going to get a quarterback. Alessio's good. Matt Feza. I love that kid out of York. He does a good job as well. And this is the last. This is the last question. Any funny stories while you were coaching at Westmont High School? And that is from Mr. Hull out of, what does that say? Oh, Moscata. Funny story. It's not really. I think the funniest was, there's some heartbreaking stories where we lost games. I think the funniest is literally Westmont, the Westmont District Board. The ship brains at the Westmont District School Board. They were getting word that the football team was getting too powerful. So they set some standards, and they told all the kids and about discipline and all this other stuff. And we were told to have a meeting with the football team about disciplinary actions, and it was all about the football team. But they invited all of the boys' teams into the auditorium, and they were trying to literally say, "Okay, boys, don't you do this." And it was about the football team, but they were trying to spread it out so what the certain blame wasn't going to a certain team. And I automatically knew that our football season was fucked when that feeling of the school board wants nothing to do with us successfully. And that's always been the problem with Westmont football. The town backing is absolutely horrible. No one gives a shit. The school board wants nothing to do with football. And again, it's a different type of. There's different types of towns that respond to football, and you don't want to be in a town that has negative feelings about the football program. And that thing was Westmont. That was a big thing with Westmont, and it was an embarrassment. It really was, because we had a great group of kids that were working towards one goal, making the playoffs. That haven't made the playoffs since it was like 10 years. So it was just really pissing me off, and it is what it is. They didn't want a winning football team, and they didn't get a winning football team. And congratulations to them. Participation is low, so what are you gonna do? Again, when you don't have the town backing, you lose as a town. And there's a lot of football programs. That's why I say, when you look at schools like Batavia, when you look at schools like Rochester, I know Rochester's won a lot. Lockport, they won another state title. I'm trying to think of St. Charles or Bradley Bourbonnais. Town people that get behind their schools in the football programs, they work wonders on participation levels. The ones that don't give a crap about the football programs, it goes down the shitter. That has been for the questions for the 1000th video. Now, enjoy the second part as we go do the watch along, and make sure you click to get that link and put it on YouTube so you can watch it with me. Then horrible technology was playing to merge the video so you could see it both, but you don't see it. I apologize. But enjoy and have a fun time. And if you like my work, feel free to leave a tip/donation via PayPal link below. Follow Coach Big Pete and Deep Pitch Football on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And again, my email is coachbigpetefp@gmail.com. Enjoy the second part. All right, this is the next part of the 1,000th video celebration on YouTube. 1,000 videos of seeing my ugly ass face. And this is basically a little bit of a watch along. And this is the oldest video. Thank you from Coach Big Pete to everyone for the invites and chats from August 1st, 2016. Now, again, I deleted 3 to 4 videos, so this video is over 1,000 video. The very first video I know I deleted because it was cringe. It was bad. I was bad. I'm talking bad. And my anxiety. I had to take. I think I shot the video 30 to 40. It was 30, 40 times. The first video. This video that I'm going over was a little bit better. The first video that I did was was garbage, and that was the intro. And that intro pissed off a lot of people. And I'm talking about pay for recruiting services. I know, I know Edgy Tim got a little bit angry, and I know Edgy Tim made a nice little comment saying that it looked like I was in that Afghan cave or whatever, as part of the Taliban. But that's Edgy. What do you expect? But this is, if you want to watch along, August 1st, 2016. Thank you from Coach Big Pete to everyone for the invites and chats. Just go to my videos on YouTube, Deep Dish Football, Coach Big Pete. Go to sort by oldest, and you will see. Thank you from Coach Big Pete to everyone for invites and chats. This is part of that 1,000th YouTube video celebration. And here we go. As I press play, and again, I got to tell you right now, at this time, I'm looking really good. I lost about 145 pounds. Was eating a lot of apples, drinking a lot of water, lean cuisine. I had 2 lean cuisine meals a day. I was getting exercise. I was looking great. I was killing it in 2016, no doubt about that. Got a little bit bigger, actually a lot bigger, but I was killing it. And I think it also had to do with me leaving, not coaching Westmont football. But this video was one of the earliest videos. Late July was the first video that I did, which is deleted now. I should have never deleted it. I'm a dumbass. And that was just an intro, but this was a thank you to everyone, the coaches and that. So might as well press play. Let's watch along, and you can watch along with me right now as I clap my hands. Here we go, and I will stop on some of the times just to see.
How you doing? This is Coach Big Pete. This is the time where we have to go through.
Oh, it's bad. I look a lot skinny. First time. That was the first time ever. I was covering the Westmont yard. There we go. They thought I was going to spy on them. John Stife, I miss John Stife. I wish he was back in sports. John Stife is a hell of a guy. Greg Holcomb, a good guy. I like Nate Turner. Big shout to Nate. Ryan Healy, he's gone now for EFT. He was a manager at that time, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Yeah. Coach Huff was the first invitation in 2016. Again, this, and I'm stopping right now at the 118 mark. That was literally huge because that was my first stop was Coach Hoff at Top Gun Football 2016. That was crazy. And there was a guy that couldn't make it because he had something other, but it was Cole Kemet. He had baseball. That's right. Cole Kemet had baseball. He's now a Chicago Bear. That was so fun, that Top Gun, because that was my first big time visit next to the Westmont yard. And that's when I started gaining some traction. And I was literally given permission by the panel saying, make stops now, make yourself public, make the videos. And I literally was rushed to do the videos because of some earlier comments that were made by some writers about just some kids, and it really irked a lot of high school coaches. And they said, "Okay, time to go time to go full force on them, go after them, and just again, these are about the kids, and that's the main thing." I remember early in the videos, especially the first video, after I did the first video, which was in late July 2016, I got offers to buy the Twitter handle on that, and I know the past publishers before me. I know Publisher 2 was offered, so was Publisher 1. Publisher 2 was offered $1,000 for the Deep Dish Football handle. I was offered $3,000 in 2016, and you can tell who the connections were because they were getting a little bit antsy. They were getting a little bit scared of what was going on because Deep Dish Football, again, it was a movement because it was about the kids. That's what it was. The main thing was about the kids. And there was a national guy too that was angry with me too as well. When I started making videos as well, he was pissed off, and I think also too the Twitter interviews that I did. Oh my God, that pissed off a lot. When I interviewed with Matt Bowen, and Matt Bowen is a huge part of getting Deep Dish Football on the map because I did interviews with him on Twitter. He got out the good word. Basically, recruiting is free. Don't believe everything you hear. And him being a former NFL player, that helped out a lot. And another person was Brad Coons from Plano. He was good as well. And it was awesome. It was a movement starting in 2016. And I gotta say, what helped me is I lost a lot of weight too because I had the energy to go everywhere. I think I did 35 tour stops. I did 35 tour stops in 2016. I was hitting the road like it was nobody's business. The biggest punch to the gut to some of the recruiting writers that got him angry was I made a stop to the Clifton Central 7-on-7. That was my first 7-on-7 event that I went to besides the Warrenville stuff, but the Clifton 7-on-7 Central. As big schools, some big school people were getting angry at me because I was covering the small schools. That was the point. When you cover IHSA football, you cover 1A to 8A. That's what you have to do. So it was brilliant. It was brilliant. So let's continue with the video. I'm 118 from Thank You, Coach Big Pete, to everyone. This was the start of the August season.
We are not prejudiced to any service. We are not receiving any advertising dollars from any of the services. That's our guarantee. I also want to thank I want to thank Edgy Ted. He's been a great guy. I've met him a bunch of times. Nice guy.
He started making cheap shots too, and you know you made some cheap shots, Edgy. You got angry, but he knew what had to happen. She was awesome too. She was out of Texas. She was a model slash actress slash athlete. She was awesome. Yeah, she did do the first interview. Oh my God, I forgot that. Billy Joe's awesome. Yeah, she was also a boutique owner. Hog Football Chat, Schiffman, Coach Dingus. They were awesome. They were the first ones to do the logo. Smoothing Sports, they're gone now. Melissa, I miss you. You do a wonderful job. Not anymore. They were awesome. Awesome too. Yes. I got invited also to Iowa, Nebraska. For some weird reason, California. Awesome. Coach Cat, thank you. That was the first big one. That was a shot across the balls for a few people. Oh, I missed that College DuPage camp. That was awesome. I loved that College DuPage camp. That was just an awesome camp. And I went to college through Page. I,
They're a good school, good group of coaches. Be sure to check them out. I also
Still stuttering.
think
Yep. Yeah. Coach Gregory. A lot of them. A lot. It was unbelievable. People saw what I was about. People saw what I was about when I was Publisher 6. That was awesome. We support all the companies. Then we realized that some of the companies were pieces of shit. But that's back then.
thanks again, and please check them out.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was awesome. Oh man, I remember that. Jeez, that's old school right there. That's the thank you from Coach Big Pete to everyone for the invites and chats. Watch along. Make sure you that was so old, man. and literally, I was like hyperventilating. I should have kept the first video. I was hyperventilating, like, oh god, this is gonna suck. This is gonna suck. And it was bad because I had notes. I had like a stack of notes. Now I can go off my head. Now I can feel more comfortable talking to you guys on the camera. But 2016, that beginning of the thing, and this is the funny thing, and people do not understand this. I didn't have a smartphone. I couldn't take pictures. I had an effing flip phone. I had a flip phone, people. I had to use someone else's computer to do the videos. Absolutely crazy from where it started when I was named Publisher 6. And I told that to the coaches. I was like, I do not have the resources. They said, oh, you'll think of something. And that's where it came from. Okay, ask for donations and tips. And that helped out so much. Then in 2017, where I was able to get my first computer and camera. Crazy. It literally just crazy of where I started to think where I started. Like, you talk about hustling that year. That was the major hustle. That was the major hustle because I was pissing off a lot of people, and that money offers that came in from individuals and people of individual groups and companies that were pissed off because I was calling them out. It was good. It was a hell of a time, and that was probably one of my most exciting years because it was basically going and saying high school football is about the kids. It's not about anybody else. And that was the main thing. And this all started, me going public in it, when I was named Publisher 6, it all started because in 2015, someone did an anniversary show podcast. And they said they were angry because one of the journalists said, high school football shouldn't care about the fans. And he was right. High school football is about the kids. It's not about me. It's not about corporations. It's not about that. High school football.